it don't matter what he said. All that it matters is that he opened up his mouth and spoke about me. You know what I'm saying? So everybody who actually speaks about me and they think that, you know, they have what it takes to get it, they can get it one day. You know what I mean? This is his opportunity to back up those words that he said once upon a time. Young little Errol's trying to speak. I ain't going nowhere. We ain't scared of no little boy. You know what I'm saying? So he can get it too. Anybody who Amir Khan's trying to talk, I can't wait to slap him up. You know what I'm saying? But I got work to do.
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just the body punches? When I was hitting him with body punches, and I heard him actually, he was crying in there. You were saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? Yes. When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time.
Absolutely,
But I knew he was touching and taking those punches.
Quality VLC Productions.
Yeah. Good morning, TBV. Good morning, TBV. We are back. Damn, I feel like fucking playing Happy Days again. 2 days in a row.
Sunday, Monday, Happy Days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Happy Days.
Is One Time really fucking back? I feel like doing a Sammy Davis Jr. tap dance right now. And he's back on a pay-per-view? None other than Wilder Fury. More indication that the fight is happening, and I got more details about that Wilder Fury, right? You know that Fox deal that they signed, that 4-year deal? Well, we forgot to tell you guys that Fox is actually putting boxing back on primetime, but not just like some fucking whack-ass Wednesday or some Friday. No, Saturday night fights, dog. We're going to have Saturday night fights on Fox, on free TV. Holy shit. And on top of that, we got Keith Thurman talking greasy, talking about that's his belt, and he will definitely get his belt back. And now we have the VP of communications at Haymon Sports and the PBC spokesperson who was on another podcast, and I think it's called the Boxing Esquire podcast. I will at least say that, you know what I mean? Give them their credit.
The boxing what?
Come on, bro. You gonna make me say it twice? You trying to give him 2 free plugs? What the fuck?
The Boxing Esquire sounds like a damn me a tabloid or something.
Said he won't smoke. I don't really see it though.
Yo, I run this podcast shit. That's enough of that other guy. But he got a great interview with Tim Smith, who's the VP of communications with Haymon Sports and Haymon Boxing LLC. And he let us know that Keith Thurman can possibly be back on the Deontay Wilder undercard simply because it's not costing fans any money. It's on a pay-per-view that you're already paying for Wilder, and you're getting value because Keith Thurman is still a WBA champion. So this is what we're going to be discussing, the return of One Time in December on pay-per-view. If this is something you're interested in talking about, something you want to chit-chat about, you know the number to call in is 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Let me get out to Antsy Pantsy Mike.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
2 attempts, handed bands over. Sicko hit, shot and miss. 2 to stand over. Turn up. Breadwinner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram. I might be at 1 million. And I'm in.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yo, what's good, baby? We back with another one. Keith One Time Thurman back on a Wilder versus Fury pay-per-view card. Card's getting better and better. And we all know what Keith Thurman's favorite words are. You better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son. That WBC is mine. Don't belong to nobody else. So, hey, let's go and get into it.
I wonder how the people are going to receive this. You know, he was known as the hunter, and for some time now, he's been the hunted. Errol Spence has been on his heels. And this weekend, Earl's definitely mentioned, you know, still wanting a piece of one-time Keith Thurman. But like I said in the opening of the show, Tim Smith, the VP of Communications, was on a podcast, and he leaked out some details. So definitely you can seek out Boxing Esquire and, you know, try and listen to the full audio because they spoke about a lot. Everything PBC, the 4-year deal with Showtime and with 3-year deal with Showtime, 4-year deal with Fox. A lot of ins and outs, but what I want to put your attention on is this audio right here of Tim Smith.
I mean, how, you know, what do you see next for Keith Thurman? What are the plans?
Well, you know, he wants to come back before the end of the year, and I think that's, you know, that's certainly a possibility for him to do that. You know, you know, there are a couple of opportunities for him to do that. You know, he could certainly end up on the undercard of Wilder and Fury on the pay-per-view in a, you know, in a tune-up kind of match.
That'd be ideal. It sounds like.
Yeah, I mean that's not jipping anybody out of any money. I mean, you know, he's still world champion, so it would be a world championship fight.
Mike, thoughts? Is that jipping anybody out of any money, or are you happy to hear Keith one-time Thurman possibly on the
There's only one Deontay Wilder
versus Fury undercard?
I'm happy to hear him on the undercard. Me, Ron, and Danny had a debate about this a while back about if he should be like the co-main or not, but I'm happy to hear him on the undercard. But can you run me down real quick on who Tim Smith is and how long he's been working for Al Haymon?
Well,
has it been like this?
He's definitely been working for Al since the inception of PBC. Tim Smith was a New York City-based writer, so have aspiration and ambition, my friend, because you too could possibly work for a promoter one day. Or shall I say advisor? Or what is he?
He's just a man that runs boxing.
The man behind the scenes. El Títere. Al Haymon. But yeah, no, Tim Smith used to be a writer for the New York Daily News, I believe. And what is it? Mitch Abrams. So Breaking News Mitch took his job and he moved up to Haymon. And yeah, I'm pretty sure he's been living nice ever since. He's actually a good guy. Me and Doomsday got to hang out with him and have a couple, you know, vodkas under the Florida sun when we were putting in all that work with Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? When you put in work, it never goes unnoticed. Even the haters will, you know, let you know they've been watching, or someone like Tim Smith will invite you for drinks and appreciate the fact that, you know, you put in all that work to expose Keith. And yeah, we got to talking, so we know him. He's always around. I never thought to get him, so shout out to this podcast. I never thought like, hey, you know what? Let's get him on video or audio. He's just never struck me as the guy that wants to be interviewed. But voila, here we have an interview. You know what I mean?
But for him to be thinking about putting Keith Thurman on the Wilder card, I mean, it's great for that card. I mean, it's only going to draw more eyes to it. It's only going to make it bigger. And if they come out with another fight that's on the level of, well, not on the level, but can be like the,
well, we know it's going to be Keith versus Josecito Lopez. I mean, okay. Angel Garcia let that out. We also know Keith was considering Jesse Vargas when he was going to come back earlier in the year. And when I mentioned to Keith, like, yo, Jesse's no tune-up, he's like, Jesse's a tune-up to me. So if he thinks Jesse's a tune-up, then Josecito's definitely a tune-up worthy guy for him. But I agree with you and our other co-host, Ron G. I don't think it should be co-main. Can they pull it off because of name value in the belt?
Whoa, Ron G and Danny said it should be co-main.
Oh,
I got the heat about. I said Keith because
it depends.
It
like
depends.
Partner, right? Like he could definitely, on paper, you could definitely pull off co-main event of Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury Keith WBA welterweight champion versus Josecito Lopez on the comeback. You could pull that off. But what could we slide in there and make this a triple header?
I'm telling you, man, I got the perfect idea.
Without spending too much money, because remember, this is already pay-per-view because we got to get these guys paid.
I got two cheap guys. Well, I don't know how cheap they will be for a rematch, but we just saw a fight this weekend with Charles Martin and Adam Kownacki. Huh?
You're not saying rematch, are you?
I'm saying a rematch. Put that fight on.
Casual 2.0, guys.
That was a good fight, though.
They're no way gonna be ready by December, bro. They just fought. It's September right now, bro. You're talking about
October, November.
That means they gotta immediately go back into camp. The bruises and the fucking slight concussions that they might have still are there. No way, Jose. It'll never happen. But I mean, I hear what you're saying. Stack it with some heavyweights, maybe another heavyweight card, maybe a Dominic Brazil versus someone, since Dominic wants to make the case for a fight. I never understood why they don't do that. Like, if it's a junior middleweight main event where you got Charlo versus Hurd, well, then put Lubin on the undercard and Tony Harrison on the undercard. Let the world see who else is in this division instead of mixing and matching and putting Hurd and Charlo and then all of a sudden some welterweights like Ugas. It's like, that doesn't make sense.
There's nobody
for me.
For Brazil to fight, though, man. I would like to see a Brazil fight, but I don't really see I don't see him fighting Gerald Washington. I don't see him fighting anybody that's really going to risk his I think I like the Gerald Washington fight, and I think he'll take it. Gerald Washington's coming off of 2 big losses from 2 big men. I know people question Big Baby's power. I don't anymore since watching him spar. He's just too big. His arms are the size of maybe both of my legs. You get hit with that slab of meat, for fucking 46 minutes. See what happens to you. So I think Washington is right for the taking. It's probably a good fight that Brazil could look good in. But, let's get back to the topic at hand. I mean, the man wants to come back. We're talking December. So I think it's only right, to see what this year's version of Keith Thurman sounds like.
And I mean, Errol Spence, he's kind of, most would say, the king of the division right now with you being out. No disrespect, but Errol Spence is a bit of a,
I love his nickname. His nickname is the Truth, right?
Yeah, the Truth.
I love his nickname because the funny thing is there is no truth till he sees me.
Yeah.
The truth happens right here.
Love it.
So, but he's a amazingly talented individual. He's got great technique. He's got a great trainer, great work ethic. He stays busy. He's ranked number 2 for a reason.
Yeah.
He'd be ranked number 1 if it wasn't for me.
Correct.
But because he is the ranked number 2 fighter, I will respect that.
Yeah.
And I cannot just jump at him without having myself back properly.
And I mean, Errol Spence, he's kind of,
you see?
Hey, man, hold on real quick. For a motherfucker,
champion.
For a motherfucker who ain't fought,
bruh.
I'm gonna say for a person who ain't fought in about a year, who may be rusty, who may be this, may be out of shape, that goddamn mouthpiece is still one of the best mouthpieces in boxing, boy.
I told y'all years ago this the boy, and when he start picking people off, it's only gonna be better because don't nobody talk like him. Even though Earl impressed me last week, and I swear, Earl, if you're listening, you need to walk around with a 5th of Henny all day, get that E&J brandy, whatever it is you like. If it was Kool-Aid, well, fuck it. Sip the Kool-Aid because you did marvelous over the weekend. I guarantee you he raised his profile. Guaranteed. Whether it was from the things that he said or the pictures that were made of his memes in the ring. So he raised this profile. But Keith is right. You aren't the truth. The truth shall set you free. And that's only going to be when you go see one time Keith Thurman. There's still a guy out there that's already handled Porter. He's already handled Garcia. And yeah, we can easily forget because of what Porter's been able to do on a comeback. You know, and Garcia and Porter having such a great fight. I can't believe it. Errol Spence even said that he felt Danny Garcia won that fight. I wonder what's that going to do to Danny Garcia's ego, right? Is he going to...
And he came out and said, hey, I let him more punches. He misses 300-some punches. I feel like I won that fight. So Danny felt like he won it too.
Yo, and that sucks to be Danny because every fight he loses, he thinks he won. You know what I mean? He needs that definitive win in his life. But Keith is talking that way because he does get decisive wins. I don't remember close fights. Even when he had a hematoma on his head, that fight wasn't close. And you know, yo, he the one softened up Robert. Like Floyd didn't even put hands on Robert the way Keith did. Floyd made it look easier. Floyd definitely made it look easier.
But Keith beat him up.
Yeah, but he ain't beat up Robert.
One thing that I think that Keith should do is go ahead and let Errol Spence and Sean Porter go ahead and duke it out for that WBC. You know what I'm saying? Unified title because you can call first dibs on it anyway after you come back and you're healthy. There's no need to try to make you go down a hard road when you see the big fight. It's Errol Spence.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? Like we were the last people to see Keith. You know what I mean? With the little ice pack elbow and all the exclusive Patreon footage. Interviews still out there doing amazing, right? But he made it clear before Sean won this fight, before this fight with Danny was even before we even thought Danny would take this fight, before Danny said he took this fight, Keith made it clear that when he comes back, and he thought he was coming back versus Vargas, who I thought wasn't a tune-up off of an elbow injury, he said, bro, if my elbow feels 100, I ain't taking no Vargas. I'm going straight into a Sean Porter rematch because I know I can knock him out this time. So now that Sean got the belt, I don't really think he's going to go for Earl. I think he'll go Sean first if he's 100, but it doesn't sound like it. You know, according to the audio we just heard, it sounds like a tune-up. They use the word tune-up. But I don't know. I think Sean might be an option for him. But you're right. It seems like the networks and PBC and obviously Showtime is network, but it seems like even Jim Gray, Showtime, everybody is pointing at Sean and Earl getting it on first, which automatically leaves a doorway for Keith, though. So it doesn't matter. Like at the end of the day, all roads going to lead to Keith. Like no one right now, hater boxing fans are acting like they forgot Keith, but the minute he's back in the ring, like you can never forget that he was the first one to do what was done. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter. Even if he comes back versus Josecito Lopez, the minute he beats Josecito, people gonna be like, yo, him versus Crawford, him versus that. Like, cause right now we fickle. Right now it's like, oh, Keith ain't been around. Keith, sometimes he ain't fighting. Talk to me when he got an actual date. Where's the date? You know what I mean? That's how people are right now.
And one thing that Kenny Porter brought up that could play a big factor is he don't want Sean to come back to April or May, right? Like later on.
Definitely said April or June on our show. And
so if Keith Thurman fights in December, then his next fight might be the Sean Porter fight. I mean, he might not be able to let Errol Spence call.
For according to Ken, who I'm just gonna be real, sound like he was saying everything we wanted him to say, which is a good thing for us boxing fans, right? But according to Ken, it ain't about money. It's about who the fans think is hot, and the fans think Earl is hot, so they going for Earl. But we'll see what's more viable, what the networks are offering more money for, because Keith Thurman, or should I say Keith one-time Thurman, always done banging ratings. Okay, absolutely. You can talk all the talk you want about who's good and who's not, but Keith do numbers.
And let's bring one thing right quick.
Numbers has done them with Keith.
Yeah, I'm finna say because Porter and Garcia peaked at 690,000,
bruh. When you
when Keith,
you doing $5 million, $1 million.
And when Keith fought Danny last year on Showtime, 1.5. So I'm just saying the common factor, the common thread right there is Keith Thurman.
One time, you know why? Because he got a mouthpiece. Because he talked the way that he do. You need to hear the audio again, but real quick from the super chat.
Yeah, run that shit back. Run that shit back.
Edwards, the Cincinnati Cobra says Brazil versus Ortiz will fit nicely. I think it would be difficult to pay those guys. I'm looking at Brazil and I'm thinking, I mean, look, we look at these welterweights and they're getting like a milli, right? Like 1.2, 1.1 on paper anyway. So I guess you could give Ortiz, who got what on paper, 500,000 to fight Wilder. So shit, you could give Ortiz maybe another 500. You know, he did a good fight with Wilder. He raised his profile. He don't deserve to take a pay cut.
Brazil ain't taking that fight. Why would Brazil fuck up his mandatory
my man? Pay-per-view. Look, people gotta respect pay-per-views. Pay-per-views made Danny, made Canelo. All those guys were all their fights were on pay-per-view on the cards. Check box rec. You gotta respect pay-per-view. Like, you gonna take a pay cut. You gonna take a pay cut for exposure. Now, the thing is this, right? You was taking those pay cuts for the exposure on a Manny Pacquiao, on a Oscar De La Hoya, on a Canelo, on a Floyd.
Mayweather, yeah.
You know, what is Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury gonna do? We don't know. But it's still the first heavyweight pay-per-view in how long? How long?
Yeah, and I understand that.
All the talk, this is all anticipation. Oh, you know, Keith on the undercard, people talking about it. Oh, Wilder Fury, there's no date. It's still, but it's people talking about it still. BT Sports just announced it a couple days ago on their programming for all you fucking internet troll, punk ass people saying that it's not gonna happen. They not only did Showtime announce it on their live feed, but so did BT Sports. Now, it is my theory that they were waiting to announce venue and date for these deals. Frank Warren had a fucking top-ranked deal he had to announce that got announced yesterday. And Showtime and Al and Showtime and Fox, they had their shit to announce. And Al has a decision to make. Where do I want my heavyweight champion of the world? Where does he get the most exposure and who's offering me the better package? Is it going to be Fox? Who's going to offer me a better Fox pay-per-view package that will be able to show our heavyweight champion after every Sunday night football or Monday night football or whatever the hell fucking foosball you guys like, and they could get the best, viewership for their commercial? Or will it be Showtime who's going to pump out hella big bucks and help them pay that $40 million purse that those two men have to split? But these are the economics of boxing, and you guys need to realize that, where's the date and venue? This fight ain't happening. Get your shit together. There's big money here, and there's big business. What you about to witness is big business.
My personal theory is you don't put the fight or announce a fight when you have Triple G and Canelo coming up. You let that buzz filter out, and then after this weekend, then the rest of the year is pretty much yours. There's no other big fight, no really other big name that's taking on another big name. So after this week, and then you kind of combined it, and it falls into next week, and next Friday and Saturday. Well, next week is like AJ's week. So if you announce it next week, then AJ will have to answer a question about Wilder and about Fury, and that just draws more attention to you guys and you guys fight. So if Showtime does it right,
doing it. I mean, he answered you.
I didn't ask him shit about Wilder. I was like, I'm not going to be like the blue bloods and I'm not, bruh. I ain't here for that. I'm here for what's going on now. You know what I'm saying? We already know what happened. Ain't no dragging the.
You asked him about coming to the fight?
I couldn't get back on because like when I pushed the star one, they were like,
out, y'all.
Yeah, we only got two questions.
Out, y'all. He like, yo, this is the first time I talk to AJ, ain't no way I'm asking him about Wilder.
Bro, you crazy, bro. Look here.
Whole squad full of fucking killers.
I'm a killer too.
I'm the only one.
It was like, bah, bah.
Bro, I'm the only one. That was like, because they had a trend going. Everybody asked one question. I said, bro, I've been on the damn phone for like 45 minutes. One question I asked, I got off like 3 or 4 questions, bro. For real. I didn't take. I'm about to ask you questions until they like hang up on me. So I tried, but he said he does want to fight in Dallas though. He wants to fight in Dallas.
Mr. Daniel Donald, funny little name. Call in. Let's get out to the callers, man. But I'm happy, man. I'm happy to hear Keith is back for sure, bro. This is like good stuff. Good stuff.
Hey, Cass, man, you can only ask a couple questions, bro. It's like I wanted to ask the tough question, but like Ned said yesterday, you gotta butter him up first, man. You can't just come in there fucking with no Vaseline on and just be all rough with him. You gotta put a little lube on. You gotta lube it up and just get it in there a little bit.
Whoa.
I mean, everybody knows that analogy. Come on, bro. Come on.
It don't matter what he said. All that matters is that he opened up his mouth and spoke about me. You know what I'm saying? So everybody who actually speaks about me and they think that, you know, they have what it takes to get it, they can get it one day. You know what I mean? This is his opportunity to back up those words that he said once upon a time. Young little Errol's trying to speak. I ain't going nowhere. We ain't scared of no little boy. You know what I'm saying? So he can get it too. Anybody who Amir Khan's trying to talk, I can't wait to slap him up. You know what I'm saying? But I got work to do Saturday night, man.
I need a fucking soundbite. We ain't scared of no little boy. I need that soundbite.
Yeah, he's coming.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Good morning, Jason on Skype. What it do?
What's good, man? I like this good show. I had to step away from the office for a hot second, man.
Hold on. You mean to tell me Keith Thurman got you excited? He ain't fought in almost a year.
He ain't Bud Crawford. Bud put us to sleep, Crawford.
Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, number one, when Keith Thurman speaks, he is way more entertaining. And he really speaks to the point, man. He doesn't really talk around subjects. He speaks to the subject that you really talk to him about. But so most real fans kind of really appreciate that. But my overall analysis.
Nice little dig. Most real fans. Nice little dig.
But my overall analysis for the whole welterweight situation, man, is it's a lot of cherry picking going on. And don't get me wrong, it's creme de la creme cherry picking, but nonetheless, it's cherry picking. You know, I remember once upon a time when Keith Thurman was running up on people at their post conference saying, "You better not duck me." Now, he didn't really matter what belt that person
better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son.
Exactly. So but it's not the same energy with Errol Spence. It's about, I'm gonna be ready for him one day. He can get it one day. Let me do this rematch here. Let me do this other rematch. And it's the same narrative for Sean Porter, man. To me, I think what they really see is that not only would they lose to Earl, is that they're going to get damaged by Earl. And honestly, Danny should think, Sean.
Bruh, I gotta stop you, man. I gotta stop right there. I don't think Keith is really like fearful of I mean, you heard what he just said. Y'all call Errol Spence the truth. The truth. But he's the only one talking like this, though, besides Bo Mack, you know what I'm saying, Terence Crawford's trainer. He's the only other fighter that's like directly talking about Errol Spence like this. Everybody else is like kind of like shies away from him.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, but you can say anything. It's really about what you do. So AJ was saying a lot of different things, but what did he end up doing? That's the main thing. So at the end of the day, like what I was about to say though was real talk. Danny should be thanking Sean Porter because Sean Porter saved him from getting knocked out by Errol. Facts. So they need to start singing a different tune.
Earl think Danny won. So if Danny won in Earl's mind, how you know? And Danny did well counterpunching. How you don't know? I guess he can't knock out Earl if he can't knock out Porter.
And the guy just said, I would stop Sean Porter too. Like it don't matter to Errol Spence. He feel like he can stop anybody.
Yeah, but you supposed to talk like that. I mean, why we acting like Keith ain't talking like that? Keith fat right now on a comeback, still talking like that. Like, and that's what I'm saying. So you want to say we can't respect Keith talking, but we can respect Earl talking. Why? Because Earl's in the ring? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Last time I checked, his last two fights was Lamont Peterson fucking Ocampos. Keith would take both their heads off in one night. Ocampo's head would be back in Mexico. Stop playing with one time, man. Stop. Look at what one time did to Diego Chavez, right? Who was an unknown guy. I'm not trying to give him points for that guy. What I'm saying is, look at how boxing is. Keith, he did get a little bit hurt to the body, but he ripped Diego, dropped him, stopped him, right?
I get it now, man. I get it now.
Bradley, that was tough. Rios, that was tough. You know what I'm saying?
The great man. It was
like when Keith get in there is all I'm saying. Let's go back to Robert Guerrero. Even on his decline, Robert Guerrero was still dropping folk. Danny Garcia fought Robert. It ain't look like when Keith fought him. It ain't look like who else Robert fought. Then he fought Aaron Herrera, and then he lost to who? So maybe Alexander. I don't know. But it definitely ain't look like when Keith fought him. But let's take it back to Sean. Sean just fought Saturday. Did that fight look like Keith's fight? I'm just saying, man. Stop disrespecting the man, bro.
Hey, man, ain't nobody disrespecting your man, bro.
Say the king of the division right now with you being out. No disrespect, but Errol Spence is a bit of a
I love his nickname. His nickname is the Truth, right?
Yeah, the Truth.
I love his nickname because the funny thing is there is no truth till he sees me.
Yeah,
you know the truth happens right here.
Love it.
You know,
That's simple,
so,
baby.
But he's an amazingly talented individual. He's got great technique. He's got a great trainer. You know, great work ethic. He stays busy. He's ranked number 2 for a reason.
Yeah,
he'd be ranked number 1 if it wasn't for me.
Correct.
But because he is the ranked number 2 fighter, I
get it now, bro. I get it now, bro. You are
jump at him without having myself back properly.
See that?
When that guy announced all this stuff, man, this is what came to mind when I thought about you right here. Love and happiness, goddamn Al Green. You love him, don't you, bro? You happy, huh?
Yo, bro,
Look at him.
Yesterday, you wasn't on the show yesterday for the Frank Warren top rank announcement. I'm happy yesterday I could finally see Anthony Yard live. I could finally see Dubois. Thank God Dubois is only 8-0, and they made this deal yesterday, so I could finally watch a prospect who I think is exciting from so early in his career. I'm happy for boxing. It's like I said, I should play Happy Days again, man.
If y'all ain't never seen this fight off a smile, this guy right here, this episode right here, he's trying to fight that smile off. He is one of the.
No smile, man. I'm smiling.
You better not duck me, son.
Dougie, I'm smiling because look, tomorrow will be you and I and the rest of the crew will be doing a show live for Chivas Regal, and we're inviting all our listeners, anybody who's going to be in the building for the Canelo Triple G. You know, the WBC is going to be on the line. We're going to have some WBC trinkets to give away as well. You know what I mean? So definitely head on over to Beer House. You could Google that. It's BERHAUS, I believe.
Yes, sir. You got it absolutely right.
And we're going to be there Friday for 2 shows. That's starting at 1:30. Then we'll come back for a post-weigh-in show to give you our reactions to these guys on the scales. And then we'll be there for the pre-fight show on Saturday, couple of hours before the fight, so you can stop by and give us your last minute predictions, get a couple of free Chivas Regal shots, some paraphernalia, and not the illegal kind. We're talking about some boxing fan apparel shirts, some
hey baby, it's all legal. It's all legal.
Stuff, some signed autograph gloves, some ticket giveaways. Last year we gave away over 4 $750 seats, and I keep saying last year, but it was really Cinco de Mayo. So you better come through. Info Joe, he says, Ness, you got an extra ticket for the fight? I don't know. Maybe you could win one. You're going to have to come through. Ness always dick eating Spence heavy, yet I'm over here talking about Keith saying, Keith,
you better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son.
I even read the free comments, bro, because it's all good.
They said dick eating.
You know what I'm saying? And I get to talk to your favorite fighter. All you get to do is write about him in the comment section like a little crybaby. Crybaby. Sound like, what's my man name? Kelbrook. All right, let's go to Majid in Orlando. What up?
Nothing much, man. I just was listening to y'all conversation. Tell everybody first off to like the videos. And then I just was questioning, like, will we ever give Keith Thurman some slack for his time off? Because last time I checked, Mayweather did better than everybody, and he took off about almost 2 years before he had came back to fight Marquez. So I'm just like, yes! He took some time off, but he could still put that work in, and everybody just needs to be a little bit more lenient. And everybody's talking shit. If Keith Thurman come back and start beating everybody ass, don't start kissing his ass later.
Hey, bro, where you from?
I got us.
Where you from? Florida? Okay. All right, just checking.
So I'm biased too, but don't sleep on Keith Thurman, man. Don't do it. We still got Errol Spence coming out drunk and shit, so who knows what his condition will be in. Anything could happen.
I was born in 1990. It's 2015. I'm 15 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
That was Earl.
That's all I got, though, Ness. Keep up the good work, man.
All right, Majid.
Love the morning show.
Thank you for calling in, brother, and enjoy that beautiful weather in fucking Florida, man. That's where I'm trying to be. 2-year countdown is on. 24 months to go. Dominic, Seattle, what up?
Hey, what's up? Hey, I got two things to say. This is not trying to be rude to Mike. I know you probably feel like you're getting bullied and picked on, but I want to.
Bro, come on, man. See these guns? You see these guns, bro? Pick on me, please.
No. I'm not even trying to be. This ain't even being rude. I'm just saying, like, I wish you would have asked some harder questions. But I know at the end of your interview with Anthony Joshua, they cut you off right when you said Wilder, which was weird. Right when you mentioned Wilder, they cut you off. But
I tried, man. It's like Ned said, man. You got to butter them up first. But I wasn't under the impression that everybody had like one question and like they had to like pass it on. So you saw what I did. I just kept on asking until they cut me off, and then I was gonna come back around and ask some more questions. But it was on like a 30-minute call. So I tried, brother.
Yeah, I think that Eddie Hearn, he had it because he had that little recorder, that little robot talking. I think right when he heard Wilder, he pressed that button. It said next caller.
Yo, he is a little robot.
Weird.
Yo, you funny as hell, Dominic.
But one of these days we're gonna have Nestor Gibbs sit down with AJ, and he's gonna ask him some of the questions that you guys want answered. So we will. We're working, man. Just trust us. We're working.
No, I think it's like this. You guys are the cops, and Eddie Hearn's a pimp. He's pimping the hoe, and he's not going to allow you guys to talk about, what he's really doing to Anthony Joshua. Because I swear to God, right when you mentioned Wilder, it was the next caller. And you only was talking for like 10 minutes or 12. In my eyes.
Damn, he had 10 or 12 minutes of a 30-minute call. Damn, Mike, they love you.
Bro, I had 4 minutes, bro, about 4.
Yo, 4 from 30 still good.
Oh, 4?
That's still
because
good.
I kept asking my question. Like most people, like they ask one question and then they stop. Shit, I've been on this call for 30 minutes, bro. I'm about to ask until y'all fucking stop me from asking questions. So, and like you said, as soon as I said Wilder,
What'd
you say, Dominic?
Because Anthony Joshua was getting scolded. You can tell Mike was trying to be nice because we all know what the real question was going to be from Mike, but he was trying to be cool because it's the boxing. And he doesn't want to ruin your reputation of always asking about Wilder. I respect that, but they greased him, man. They only allowed him to say some nice shit, but when it came to some real shit, they cut him off.
And I was pretty sure somebody else was going to ask about Wilder. So,
all right, Dominic, thanks for calling in, brother.
Great call, Dominic.
Rick in Denver, what's up?
Yo, Ness, I like to hear that Keith is on this card, but I guess my question would be, do you think these guys are going to try to nail us for $200 pay-per-views this year?
What?
You think that's going to be a $100 show?
Bruh, listen.
Canelo's $95.
No, I thought Canelo was 85. What are you talking about?
That's 95 HD, but
no.
Yeah, if it is 95 or HD, 85 standard.
What? Yo,
I don't know what.
How are they getting this off, bro?
The rematch, I guess, is a rematch.
That's
I really
fucking
anticipated
crazy,
with all of
bro.
these.
Like what? I don't even know what justifies them. Like fucking
Because
Pacquiao Mayweather, okay. You know, McGregor Mayweather freak show, okay. What the fuck justifies these fucking guys that couldn't even knock each other out?
and that's the biggest reason. There's no Mayweather McGregor 2 or 3 weeks before now, so they trying to get some of that money that they left on the table last year.
I don't think I'm buying it. Fuck that. I'm gonna be there anyway. I'm not buying it. How about that? I'm not buying it. And let me tell you something. No. Don't laugh because I could be heard on this podcast. I always buy it. If I'm there, I buy it because I got to come back and hear the fucking telecast. I need to hear what these biased ass commentators were saying, or if Paulie or somebody was saying it right. You know, I'm fair down the line, so I always buy it, but I won't buy it. I won't fucking buy it. Hell no, $95 for them. Fucking Triple G's like my grandfather's age. Get the fuck out of here. Wait till I get Tom Loeffler on that hot seat. This is bullshit. I didn't know that. That's crazy. I thought it was 85 HD. 95 is just, I mean, what the fuck is the $5 off for? That's some fucking smack in my face shit. Oh, 95 Ness instead of 100 like Mayweather. Here's 90.
Don't get it twisted, but don't get it twisted though. 95 plus tax. Damn near 100. It's gonna be 100, baby, for real.
What am I gonna do with I can't even buy a pack of Stokes with 500, bro? Get out of here, man. These guys are jerks.
Well, one thing that we're not really considering right now is Triple G's increase of percentage. Maybe that's why they're doing that, because Triple G's going to be making more of the purse this go around.
I mean, and this is what I'm saying. This is exactly why ESPN Plus and DAZN are my future. You know, even though yesterday's interview, hold on, because even though yesterday's interview with Bob, he fucking said ESPN is going to be doing pay-per-view too, which is just bullshit. It's like, how much money do you want from us? They're bloodsuckers, you know that? It's fucking crazy.
And
but at
Fox.
least
Fox
the
is
zone,
proposing that
at least the zone has not announced any sort of pay-per-view. You know what I mean? And that's I want to pay for something monthly and just get all my. Why the fuck do extra $95? I am so happy that I am being paid to do this show over there, like that we're being sponsored to go do this show, because I will not pay for this. That's bullshit.
So how much do you think this Wilder match is going to fetch now that they
But
got
that's
Thurman on there
different. That's
as well?
different, isn't it? It has at least a storyline. There hasn't been a heavyweight pay-per-view in forever, and at least Wilder is known to knock you out. He's not a fake knockout artist like fucking Triple G, okay? Triple G says he's going to knock you out in his last 3 fights. He hasn't done that. Oh, big drama show. Oh, Mexican style. Yet I'm going 12 rounds. Would anybody good?
Well, yeah, and another thing, you guys make it out here to Denver, dude. You let me know. I got you hooked up. I don't know if you guys are going to make it out here to do Crawford Camp Life or anything like that, but I'm your plug here in Denver, bro.
I don't know, man. Mike's got to send a couple of more Valentine's bouquet roses to Crawford. He hates me over there. The last time I called, I seen him in Denver. I called because I'm good. That's what I hate too. The fighter hates me. The trainer likes me. It's like, yo, killing me. And then I seen Jamal Charlo talking about Ronnie Shields and Derrick James need to join forces. No, the fuck y'all don't. Stay separate. Stay separate. Don't be mixing my camps up and shit. But anyway, Rick, are you? Is that you on? Sir. Is that you on? Did you send me a message on Patreon, or is that not you? Because we got so many.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
are you the
me.
shirt Rick or are you the glove Rick?
I'm both.
I'm both, baby.
Okay, so then I'll just answer you on your message. All right, I just want to put the voice to the Patreon. Thanks for calling in.
And real quick, while we're talking about streaming and all these platforms, yesterday I signed up to DAZN. If you guys are like wondering or like curious, they have a nice.
You went too early, bro. You were supposed to wait AJ Day, is what they're saying. If you buy it on AJ Day, then you get all of October.
I ain't tripping, bro. It's only $10.
Ooh,
and it's boxing. And it's boxing though. And it's boxing. So all I'm saying is they had like some great content with
You should do a show on monthly fees. Think about it,
That's
bro.
true. That's
$5 on ESPN, $10 on DAZN, $10 on Showtime, $10 on HBO. You got to get
$3 brown sugar.
I don't use brown sugar because I got Xfinity gives me that, but that's $250 right there. My cable bill, but my cable bill is with the phone. You know they give you that triple play. I never used the phone ever in my life. I don't even have a phone.
I got one too.
But I
you don't have it connected.
I never. What the fuck? Who's connecting the phone, man? I don't even know the number.
Oh my god! It said I had the fucking phone connected.
I don't. Let me get out to some callers here. Who we got? We got Brandon in Cincinnati. What up?
What's going on, Ness? What's going on, Mike?
Morning, brother.
Before I start on Keith Thurman, Ness, man, I want to just let you know, man, you need to put some respect on Bud's name, man. You've been too disrespectful with the
man. About damn time somebody called in and put his name.
Brandon, be specific. How I'm being disrespectful.
I mean, you're saying his resume ain't that good. When you look at his resume from top to bottom, it's a lot better than fucking Errol Spence's. And I like Errol Spence for real, but who's fought more world champions? Let's just be honest. Who's fought more world champions?
Bruh.
Who's fought more gold medalists?
Bruh. You need box rec. You need box rec.
Hey man, don't stop his call. Don't stop my man call.
No, I'm engaging. I'm engaging. I'm just saying you need box rec to know these world champions. It's just the bottom line. Keith's fought the more recognizable names. Like, what champions are you talking about?
I'm comparing him to Errol. I'm comparing him to Errol. I ain't comparing him to Keith.
I meant to say Errol. I meant to say Errol, though. But I meant to say Errol. Errol's fought the more recognizable names. Like, who's on Crawford's resume?
I mean, you got shit. Started off, his first fight that got him known, you got British Prescott. The guy who stole the American chin.
Come on, Brandon, stop.
Hold on, let me finish. He the guy that exposed the American chin. He the first guy to knock
Brandon,
you
reaching so hard right now.
Hey, man, why you cut my guy Brandon off, man? He got a great call going. Understand
this is a hardcore fans debate right here. Just sit back and learn. All right. British Prescott, after knocking out Amir Khan, never in his life accomplished nothing else. I hope he at least got married to a beautiful wife. So you can't give him points for that. You could give Pedraza points because Pedraza took an ass whooping after being world champion to Gervonta, and now he's world champion again. That is showing your medal. Okay. Come on, don't tell me British.
But hold on, man.
One punch.
One of your biggest thing was Errol Spence went over to England and beat up Kell Brook. Terrence Crawford did that shit way before Errol Spence even thought about going to England. He went over there and beat up fucking Ricky Barnes.
But listen, I'm not discrediting Terrence Crawford what he's done at the littler weights, but those were littler weights. Don't talk that slick shit to my mans and at this weight and then say, oh, but I beat Gamboa, because Earl will eat Gamboa and shit him out on the same night. And that is his best. That's the best guy on his. I mean, there's no hating. Like, that's the thing. Bud takes it as hate, bro. You just talking that tough shit to bigger dudes, and that's cool because I respect a dude that talks tough because he gonna do tough things. We've seen him doing them in the ring.
Why wouldn't act like Bud beat the shit out of Gamboa?
Yeah,
he beat him up,
bro. Because Gamboa's 126 pounds. That shit don't matter. Why are you trying to make it matter? You and Bud.
I ain't telling him get in the ring. I ain't telling him get in the ring, bro.
You, Bud, and Aaron.
We talking about 147, man. We talking about 147.
You, Bud, and Aaron.
We talking about we talking about 147, right?
Yup, 147.
All right, my guy been here for one fight and I already be one champion and I already got one belt. One fight. That's all he been here for. We can only judge him off that one fight.
All that do the champion, bro. Controversial ass fight, dog. Like, I'm a hardcore. I'm not just gonna look on BoxRec and see that Jeff Horn won a belt from motherfucking Manny Pacquiao. I know the history behind it. I know that there was controversy. At the very least, regardless of how you think the fight went, it was controversy. Just like Laura Canelo. I will never be one that says, "Oh, but Canelo beat Laura." No.
You heard me say though. You heard me say that I thought Manny Pacquiao won that fight, right or wrong.
That's fine. That's fine, but there's still a contingency of people out there that don't believe that.
The WBO went back and did a fucking recount, and they said Jeff Horn won.
You see what I'm saying about Casual 2.0? Who does the WBO? Who owns the WBO? And I don't mean that literally. I mean
Frank Warren and Bob Arum.
Yes. Oh shit, he's fucking learning.
Come on, man, get out of here. Just like Eddie Hearn run that fucking IBL. We all know about these belts, man. We all know about
that is fucking proof. We can make anybody a fucking hardcore on this show. All you gotta do is put your work in. That's
he acting like I don't know this shit though.
Yo,
I'm not picking and choosing, man. I'm being straight up and down.
But don't tell me about title shots and how many titles Bud got, because all that shit is positioning, especially now with this 7-year deal. Oh my God. Watch how Valdez and guys like Gilberto and everybody, they got the dates and they got the fucking time now. It's over. You just put it out. Put it out there. You put it out there. Look at his interview with Bob was telling me. He's like, yo, in the past, we couldn't buy this fight that's going to air at 7, but now we could because people are going to go back and watch it on demand.
True.
Bruh, it's over. They're going to build. They don't really need nobody. They'll keep finding dudes from Argentina and Ghana, and they'll just keep bringing newer dog bays into the shit.
Okay.
Look, Valdez got quick problems. That's sad. When Valdez is still being talked about versus Quigg, whose jaw's been broken and who's already lost to all the elites in the division. Like Valdez should be talking about Gary Russell or fucking Leo Santa Cruz. At least Abner Mares, right? Didn't Abner Mares just lose? No, Abner Mares, this is what I'm saying. Like, people call me PBC biased. No, I see PBC as the dudes that's dragging their balls. They're dragging their fucking balls all around because that's how fucking they got cojones for real. Abner Mares is talking about fighting Gervonta Davis. You could call it a payday, a cash out. He fighting motherfuckers. He fought Gary Russell, right? Or am I wrong on that? I could be wrong on the Gary Russell, maybe because
Abner Mares.
I'm pretty sure
that was Cruz. That was Cruz.
Cruz. All right, but there's people fighting each other on this side of the street. Is all I'm saying. There's people fighting each other on this side of the street. That's it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, but it's easier though when you have that kind of roster and stable.
Doggy, if it's easier, get yourself a contract on this side of the street. You know what I mean? You ain't got to be dumb. You could be smart. You could be smart. You either
I can't argue with that. I mean, I can't argue with that. But we know boxing is based off.
I'll tell you right now, at this age, this version of Ness, you give me a contract, I'm taking that top rank contract. I want to fight. I want to fight the Argentines that nobody heard of. You know what I'm saying? I want to fight them dudes. I want to fight.
You saying 10 years ago you'll be over here on this PBC side, though, right?
Bruh, 1997 Ness, I was on that. I was on that fucking PBC side, and I was Terrence Crawford and Earl rolled in one.
Ooh.
I'm telling you.
So what you're saying? You was that truth bud.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm
you
telling
that fire.
You couldn't tell me shit. You couldn't tell me shit. My record speaks for itself. You couldn't tell me shit. You know what I'm saying? So I would have chose that side, but this version, I got 4 kids, man. I got a house. I'm just trying to chill. I'm trying to smoke a joint and watch boxing. You feel me? So yeah, I want that other side. The grass.
We all know Terrence got like about 5 kids.
But let me tell you, on that other side, on that PBC side, that's where the legacy's at. You know it and I know it.
I mean, you can say that, but what if the person that comes from that side who beat everybody else,
you know what,
and Crawford beats them?
We wow.
What do you say about Crawford?
I'm tapping out. I'm officially tapping out because we've turned a Thurman show into a Bud Earl show again.
That's how it does, baby.
This fight. That's all I'm saying. They playing games. I want answers. I want answers.
I say you want to get it done.
We need.
I say you want to get it done.
These debates taking over shows. That means we need answers. This fight needs to happen. At least he's talking that 2018 shit, right? So,
but like you said, once Keith comes back and knocks out Josecito Lopez, you can be like, oh shit, Keith Thurman versus Earl, Keith Thurman versus Thurman, Keith versus Crawford.
For sure. For sure. I see that happening. Let's go to Jeremy in Tampa. I definitely see people changing the tune once he comes back.
What's up, Nez and Mike? Appreciate you taking my call.
Morning. What's going on?
Well, you know I'm from chilling. You know I'm from Florida, so I'm a Thurman guy all the way. And I'm just happy to see the king of the division return. I know everybody hyping up, Spence and Crawford. And I know Mike got mad at me the other night too when I mentioned, Crawford's path in the welterweight division. And so, hey, I meant to call too because it brought me so much joy when I saw Spence at the post fight, and I know Mike was going crazy.
Bro, I was thoroughly enjoyed.
Okay, well, I'm glad somebody else sees, my point of view. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, I'm happy to see Thurman back. Thurman about to take over 2019. He gonna establish himself as the man. You know what I mean? That's all I was calling for. Oh yeah,
I thought he was already the man. I thought he was the man already.
He was, but he lost so much traction that he has to reprove himself. That's all.
He got to prove himself again.
Not in your
One time, Thurman got to prove himself. What?
Hey, look, Crawford's the king of his block, right? It just so happens
The
his
whole
block is
block.
called Easy Street. His block is called Easy Street. So, hey, look, y'all take it easy, man. Thank you for taking my call. I just want to mess with Michael.
That was a good one, man.
I love it, Jeremy. Great call. Legendary
one.
boxer, talk to me.
What's going on, guys?
What's
There's only 87 likes on the fucking video. There's like 1,200 people in the fucking chat room. What's going on with that?
Well, tell him, smash that shit then. Tell him, let him know.
Hate is a form of flattery.
No, they need to start hitting that fucking like, or you need to be stingy with these fucking videos. Also, did you listen to that whole podcast Tim Smith just did? Or no?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. No, he didn't. He was talking about a Broner Figueroa back on deck, Leo versus Leo versus Gary's
I
back
heard
on deck
there's
for
more.
2019.
I heard there's more, but I wanted to hurry up and give this to the world because,
Also, they said that there might be another TV deals in the work. What do you
know.
think that channel will be? Maybe Spike? Spike, you think? That's my guess.
I hope it's not Spike, bro. It needs to be something a little more popular. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what we need.
Hey, legendary boxer man, Rob from the UK wants to know who is Porter's mandatory.
Who the fuck knows?
Ugas, right?
Yeah, but it wouldn't matter. He's got 2 mandatory, but it doesn't matter. Keith Thurman's emeritus status.
Yeah, but Ness, doesn't WBC allow unification? So if WBC and unify at 147 IBF belt, they want to unify it. They're going to have to allow that, right?
Yeah, they're going to allow it. Allow it.
And so that was a bad look for Spence, man. I hope that was a rare thing for him being drunk. I mean, but he's known as one of the hardest workers. But he shouldn't be drunk like that in front of the media because they'll start calling him a drunk.
Why the fuck not, dog? Like, why can't celebrities spend some money and have fun? Like, why do we?
Regular people, bro.
They can. I just don't think they should do it in front of the media because media always talk shit. You know, I mean,
But
they're
listen,
probably not. They're like, oh,
but
you
listen,
shouldn't drink
media.
at all.
But
Yeah.
listen.
90 seconds.
Where isn't the media at when you're a celebrity? Paparazzi's everywhere. If I've been to Danny Garcia fucking opening up Dunkin' Donuts just to get interviews, you know what I mean? Like, people follow fighters and celebrities. Luckily for fighters, they're not being stalked as bad as celebrities, right? Like, as bad as a Kanye and a fucking Kim Kardashian, where they're like,
or being robbed.
60 seconds.
But like, they can't hide. And if Keith, if Earl and what 8 other motherfuckers want to go out, when's the last time you went out with 8 of your buddies? You didn't get drunk? You didn't fucking smoke a little weed?
And the main thing is these guys were not driving. They were Uber or they had a driver for them. So let them go have fun.
I think Tank's back in the gym. He's kind of embarrassed of being so big. He was posting videos of him sweating and shit.
Yo, the Cabbage Patches that was like, man, wow.
Yeah,
wow.
That's the meme of the year.
That is the meme of the year. That is the meme of the year. You're right. I can't believe, whoever made that, wow.
Well, they killed him, bro. I mean, I know he was so mad. He hit a
10
fan's
seconds.
phone out of their hand. Come on, bro.
Legendary. Novemos. Thanks for
the
calling
call.
in, bro. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Call a doc. It's a wrap. We got to get that soundbite. Ain't that from the I'm about to lose my mind?
Oh, nah, bro.
Oh shit! Somebody
What's that
slid in on the
soundboard you
last
use?
minute. Let me see who's this sliding in on the last minute. You heard the intro, outro. Come on, trying to press one on the last go. 614. Who are you?
614.
Is that Ohio Runs Boxing? It sure is. Ohio, what up?
What's up, man? I thought I was already in the key. I just noted that I didn't push it. But come on, Ness, man. Give Crawford, man. Crawford, man, is a dog, bro. And I'm not even about to go back and forth. But he's a dog. When he fought Gamboa, it was a 50-50
So if
fight.
you a dog, name some pit bulls he fought.
Let me finish.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It don't matter the analogy y'all bring up, man. It don't matter the analogy y'all bring up. How you a dog? Where your fucking fights at? Where your dog?
Hey man, look here. All dogs are not pit bulls. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you got a little golden retriever on there. Maybe you got a little chihuahua on that motherfucker. We never know.
Hey, when we put you on the ropes, Ness, and start going to your body, you cut us off. I get it all the time. I love you, though. But it was a 50-50 fight with Gamboa.
Hey, hold on. I'm sorry. Ronald Jenkins in the chat says Bud is waiting on the contender winner. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up, bro.
Yo, is that even a welterweight? I thought it was like a middleweight.
It is a middleweight.
Yo, see, it ain't just me. They killing him. He gotta do something. It's public perception. It's happening to AJ right now.
All right. Back to what I was saying. I'm gonna get back on with Keith Thurman. I called for Keith Thurman anyway. Man, I met him in New York, man. Good guy. The question I wanted to ask y'all, man, do you think it would be a dub if Sean fight Keith before Earl? Is that a dud? Do you think
not if Keith initiates it, because Keith has a merited status, so he automatically gets that WBC shot first than anyone. But I mean, based on his Brandon Sharp's interview, he's not jumping in the smoke. He gonna put his toe in the water first. He said it. He said he respects that Earl's the number 2, so he gonna treat him as such. He gonna come back and fight Earl when he ready. So he gotta get the tuning up first.
That's why I always look at that Kenny Porter May June shit like kind of funny. Like, by doing that, are you telling us that you're willing to wait on a Keith Thurman instead of go ahead and making that Errol Spence fight for like maybe February, April, March, something like that?
I mean, listen.
So
Earl needs something else too. Earl's still talking his Mikey shit, and he said he don't care how I feel about Mikey or you. So it might work out like that. Keith on the undercard of Wilder, right? And then you got Sean coming back in April or June, and you got Earl sometime in March versus Mikey. You never know. I mean, we got to see how things pan out. Now we got the dates. That's what we was waiting for, announcements, because they ain't had no dates to announce. They got plans in the works, man. They got over 160 fighters, over 18 champions. They got some plans to make. Just those 18 champions alone fight twice a year. That's 36 fights.
That's true.
Okay. That's my call.
I'm just ready for them to like start announcing all this shit. Like, I know we got. I know it just, you know what I'm saying, just became official. But at the beginning of the year, y'all had this big Showtime thing where y'all announced half the year.
Yeah, half the year. It's coming.
I need another half. You feel me?
You needed all these things to happen. Everything that happened had to happen. Like, it should take time.
I understood.
I'm just happy. Like I said, we in a place, because I don't know if we read that or not. I didn't ever really pay attention to the fact that, that boxing was going to be on primetime on Saturdays. Is that normal? Did Keith and them fight on Saturday night, like at 9 or some shit like that? When did they fight?
They fought on CBS on a Saturday night at 9. Wilder's fought on Fox at around 8 or 9 too. When he fought Areola and I think it was Duapas too on Fox. So it's happened before.
Two bad names, bro. Come on, man. They got to dress those names up. You're gonna be putting these guys on TV like that, man.
But I mean, it was a hometown fight for Wilder though. That happened down in Alabama. So
one of the safest fighters, bro. You could put him in his hometown versus anybody, and he's gonna give you the same performance. So it needs to be someone recognizable, in my opinion. But
absolutely,
yeah, man. It was good giving you guys a little morning show. Hoping you hit the freaking thumbs up button in future, present, past. Don't forget to come check us out Friday at 1:30 from Beer House, right there in front of the T-Mobile Arena. Chivas Regal, the blended Scotch whiskey, has brought your favorite podcast to your favorite city of sin to light that shit up for the weigh-in, not once, but twice. And then on fight night, we're going to be going for 3 hours. We're going to have Ken Porter, Sean Porter, Caleb Plant. I mean, we got Teofimo Lopez. We got just numerous fighters all lined up and ready to, oh shit, man. This is good. This is going to be a long show.
Drop it. Let's go.
All right, go ahead. We're going to go with Hamza, right? It's Hamza. I fucking forgot.
I thought we had like Eddie Hearn or somebody calling in.
People, bro. What's up, bro? Talk to me.
Yeah, Hamza, bro. Yeah, so firstly, the way that I see Keith Thurman, Spence, Crawford, with Keith Thurman, he's going to make his comeback. Obviously, he's coming off an injury. It'd be good to see what he does. With the Spence and Crawford, I see that being built probably like Pacquiao and Mayweather in the future. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Just like Wilder and Joshua, it's not going to happen anytime soon until it's big enough. Secondly, I was listening to your call yesterday with Frank Warren and Top Frank signing up, teaming up together. I don't know how it works in America, but in England it's quite nice at the moment because I pay £3.50 a month and I get BT Sports. It's like peanuts, right? With that, on BT Sports you get access to Box Nation as well. So I get all the fights that Frank Warren does, and I get even the Box Nation fights, and then all the other fights they're with on Sky Sports, and that costs £15-20 a month, depending on the deal you got, and that covers everything to do with boxing. And when there's a pay-per-view, it's £20 maximum. So you're not spending too much on boxing. In America, you guys seem to be spending a lot of money, man. I don't know how it's going to work in the future. If you're signing up to 4 people, 5 people, and even as a British fan, we're actually benefiting a lot from everything that's happening in America because it's either coming on Sky or it's either coming on Box Nation, BT Sports. So we're getting a lot more sports for the amount that we pay. Yeah, that's just all that I wanted to say.
Hamza, man, thanks for tuning in. Always a pleasure to have you.
Hey, man, real quick, I got an announcement.
Uh-oh.
We are officially 5 people away from 85,000 subscribers. So go out here, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and follow us on YouTube. And also, if you're watching us right now, smash that thumbs up button, and it helps with the visibility of the show.
Damn, 5 people away from 85K. Wouldn't that be a nice day? Listen, with no more outros, it's time to go. So I'm your host, Nestor Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. Mike?
You can find me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. And see you guys in Vegas. And if you really want to show y'all support, meet me at the airport with a sign and about 4 or 5 bad bitches and 2 joints. And we should be all good.
I was about to say, I don't drink, I smoke. It's legal to buy me pre-rolls.
A sign.
You don't have to feel bad. You could totally buy me pre-rolls. But if that's not your thing, just cash at me and be like, yo, Ness, smoke one on me. You know what I mean? At Cash App, Ness GTO. You can also PayPal me at Ness GTO, whatever is more comfortable for you. Just smoke me out because, look, it's early in the morning. You're probably driving to work. And, Ness took care of you. One hand washes the other. Goodbye.